What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. Let's fix this fucking camera angle, make it fucking square. Alright, we're gonna talk about something today. It's just fucking driving me nuts. And I've shut this fucking message off. I've had it up to my fucking eyeballs with this shit now. Every day I get emails, tons of fucking emails. And you should know by now, if you watch my videos and you've seen as many as you say you've seen, I get the emails, Jerry, I've watched all your videos. Okay, if you've watched all my videos, you should know better than to send an email to me with the following in it. Talking about all kinds of caloric deficits and shit that you're doing. Talking about all kinds of caloric surpluses and that you're doing. And now I'm going to add to that percentage of body fat. Stop fucking talking about body fat percents. Just stop. You sound fucking ridiculous. I don't know. It's 2015 and we should know by now. And if you don't know, call me. I'll come to your house and fucking bang you in the head with a hammer so you can understand. There is no fucking way that you knuckleheads running around talking about fucking body fat percents are the body fat percents you say you are. You guys pull shit out of your ass. You know, fucking Jimmy Jackoff at the gym with his fucking calipers, he's not giving you the right reading. Your electrical impedance and the fucking thing that you hold like this, it's not giving you the fucking right reading. Your scale that has the fucking body fat measurement thing, that's not giving you the right reading. Unless you jumped in a fucking DEXA scan, that's the only way that you're coming out with the right reading. And I have people send me these fucking emails. And they're like, Jerry, I was started at 25% body fat. First 25% body fat's a fucking, that's like fat, okay? Plain and simple, okay? And now I'm down to 13% body fat. I think I should probably be able to see my abs at 8%. Okay, let me just tell you something. I'm about 10% body fat right now, okay? And that's my abs. Okay, if you can see your abs at you can see your abs at 14% body fat. You can see them at 15% body fat because you're not 15. You're now like 25% body fat. That's where you're sitting at. The problem is, there's all these calculations. You got like a 6-point fucking caliper calculation. This point, that point, this point. There's all these fucking formulas. Then it comes out and I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? And the guy's like, I've made great progress. I'm down to 8% body fat. Sends me the picture and there's not a fucking ab or a fucking vein anywhere on his body. There's not a striation. There's not a muscle. There's nothing. I'm like, you're not 8%. Everybody seems to think that they're 12% or below. Okay, here's the big kicker. Like, I don't know where 12% became the standard or the norm, but so many people are like, I hover around 12% in the off season. Dude, I've seen you. Your fucking belly hangs over your pants. You're not 12%. You're like 25, maybe even higher than that, okay? In contest shape, maybe you're 12%, but you don't compete. So that's how, as far as you're getting down, you get down to 12% when you diet. You don't hover around there in the off season. As far as these guys who, you know, these top pros, they maybe get down to 6%. We're talking about the Olympian level, like 6%. Those guys get down to that level. The rest of everybody, you're sitting at fucking double digits minimum, if not the upper fucking teens. You're sitting there for 18, 19%, walking around telling people that you're fucking 10 and 12, and it's just not accurate. And for some reason, I think it makes people feel better about themselves because they can tell someone, oh, I'm this percent body fat, and then that person's going to look at them differently. Because does it really matter to you what percent body fat you have? I don't give a fuck what percent. I don't even go get the DEXA scan because it doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? When I walk down the street in a fucking tank top, people go, that guy's lean. When I go to the beach, they go, look at his abs. Does it fucking matter? When I look in the mirror, I say, I look good. I like the way I look. This feels good. This looks good. I don't give a shit what percentage. Who do I have to prove? What do I have to prove by having a 12%, having a calipers done? 12%, 10%, 8%. Who fucking cares? What difference does it really fucking make? But I think it's literally the way, I think when, you know, the supplement industry first started coming out, they started showing the way people progressed, gained this much muscle and dropped this much percentage of body fat. And I think that's where it really came into play. They showed guys that were airbrushed and stuff and said, he, you know, dropped down to 7% body fat. And people look at him and go, oh, well, I want to be 7% body fat. Like, started out at 20% body fat. They're like, well, that's fat. I don't want to be that. So I'm probably like around 12 to 13% body fat. Like, they'll just guess and shit out a number out of nowhere and be like, this is what percent body fat. And it's like, no, it's not even fucking close to where you're at. Alberto Nunez, this guy from 3D Muscle Journey. Google the name Alberto Nunez, okay? Look at what this motherfucker looks like. Look how freaking shredded and peeled this guy is. He's 6% in that kind of shape. He had a DEXA scan done, and even I was shocked because I honestly thought he would be lower than that. But 6% is extremely fucking shredded. 8% is very fucking lean. 10% is lean. 12% is lean. I just don't think people get that because they're, you know, so into like, oh, so-and-so 0%. I had a dude that I knew who competed and actually put, I was 0% body fat, man. It was fucking shredded. 0% body fat And you know what? The dumb fucks that didn't know any better were like, yeah, he's so lean, he's 0%. This is my friend, he's 0% body fat. And I was like, what? 0% body fat? First of all, you were probably like 10% the way you looked, all right? To make the claim that you were 0% makes no fucking sense. Now, there are people like Flex Wheeler. I remember the story of Flex Wheeler testing at 0% body fat on the Skindex. Skindex is an electronic caliper that they used to use a lot in the 90s. I don't even know if they're still being used in gyms and stuff anymore. They were probably about $600 for a pair of them, so they were not your average little fucking calipers. They had like a little spring in it, and it was electronic, and you set this and you set that and all these things. And when your body fat got to a certain point, especially like your back and your iliac skin fold, it would read ERR, error. Now the back skin fold, when it got so thin like that, if it couldn't read 1 out of the 4 spots, the number was thrown off, and the whole number didn't come up as a percent. It just said ERR. There was an error. It couldn't read it. Didn't mean that you were 2%, 1%, 0%. ERR. That's what it said. So I think people think back to that when he said that, oh, I was down to 1% or whatever the fuck he said. At that time, it was impossible to measure a body fat that low. There was no such thing as measuring body fat down to 1%. So it wasn't true. So that myth kind of took off, you know, when in the magazines and stuff about this guy's 2%, this guy's 3%. And reality is they were like 6 to 7% on stage, even when they were fucking dehydrated. So just stop. Stop with the fucking percents. Stop with fucking running around telling everybody you're this percent body fat, you're this, that percent body fat. You're fucking being stupid, okay? You either look good or you don't. And stop. Just absolutely stop telling people flat out that you dropped certain percentages of body fat and gained certain percentage of muscle. Because if you're testing, if you're figuring out how much muscle you gain by testing your body fat, okay, and then figuring out your lean body mass to your non-lean body mass, and figure out your muscle gains from there, that's even more fucked because it's so far off. You did not gain that muscle and lose that amount of body fat. What's going on right now is you have extra shit or less shit in your intestines, more or less water being held either in the muscle or between the skin, and that's causing those things to turn like that, not actual muscle being built. So just stop the insanity. It drives me fucking batshit crazy. And from now on, because what happens now is I get these people like, oh, calorie deficit this, calorie restriction that, blah, 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 drop this many calories, added this many calories. And now what I do is I go, I read the ones I read through and it says, what should I do? Nothing's happening. From now on, I don't even read those. When you start talking about all that bullshit, because all this information on my videos, you should know already. If you watch all the videos that you said you had, you should know that, hey, the deficit and the fucking calorie surplus are not what's fucking cutting it, because that's not what's working for you right now. You better fucking scrap it. Now when I read my fucking emails, if I got, oh, body fat percentages, drop body fat percentages, when I start seeing those body fat percentages, I'm not even going to read those either anymore. It's just, it doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm wasting my time on deaf ears. This video clears it all up. So when you see this, know this is exactly what the fuck is going on. BioStraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostraining.com is a blog. It's the 1% bicep, and we're out.